Bullet for My Valentine, rise of modern metalcore. In the late 1990s, in a small town called Bridgend in Wales, a group of young musicians started something they didn't yet understand would reach the global metal scene. That band would eventually become known as Bullet for My Valentine. But at the beginning, they were not called that. They were first known as Jeff Killjohn. At that time, their sound was very different. It was heavier, more chaotic, and influenced by nu metal and early alternative metal trends of the era. Like many young bands, they were experimenting, searching for identity, and trying to find their voice. The original lineup consisted of Matt Tuck on vocals and rhythm guitar, Michael Paget on lead guitar, Jason James on bass guitar, and Michael Thomas on drums. These four musicians would become the foundation of everything that followed. As the early 2000s arrived, the band began to evolve. Their sound started shifting away from nu metal and moving towards something sharper, more melodic, and more emotional. They combined aggressive riffs with harmonized guitar lines and a balance between screaming and clean vocals. This transformation was important. It wasn't just a small change, it was a complete rebirth. So they made a decision. They changed their name. They became Bullet for My Valentine. With a new identity came a new direction. Tighter songwriting, stronger melodies, and a clearer vision of what they wanted to become. In 2005, everything changed. They released their debut album, The Poison. This album became a breakthrough moment in modern metal. Songs like Tears Don't Fall and All These Things I Hate Revolve Around Me spread quickly across the metal scene. The combination of emotional lyrics, heavy breakdowns, and melodic choruses helped them stand out in a crowded era of metalcore bands. Suddenly, Bullet for My Valentine was no longer just a rising band from Wales. They were an international name. After that success, they continued to grow. In 2008, they released Scream Aim Fire, an album that pushed toward a more aggressive and technically refined sound. The guitar work became faster, the riff sharper, and the overall tone heavier. Then in 2010, they released Fever, which marked another evolution. This time, the band leaned more into polished production and a more accessible metal sound, while still keeping their intensity. But as time passed, changes began within the band. In 2015, bassist Jason James left the group. 2 years later, in 2017, drummer Michael Thomas also departed. These were major changes for any band, especially one that had stayed together since their formation. They were replaced by Jamie Mathias on bass and Jason Bold on drums, who joined in touring and later recording roles. Despite these changes, the core creative force remained the same. Matt Tuck and Michael Paget continued to lead the band's direction, shaping its sound and identity. Over the years, Bullet for My Valentine style continued to evolve, moving from pure metalcore roots toward a blend of heavy metal and hard rock influences. Their music became more mature, more experimental, and more focused on songwriting than genre limits. Today, Bullet for My Valentine remains active. They continue to tour, release music, and perform for fans around the world. From a small Welsh town to global metal stages, their journey shows how a band can evolve, survive lineup changes, and still maintain a powerful identity in modern rock and metal history. And their story is still not finished.